Here's a look back at just some of David's journalistic highlights over the last 20 years.
Deutsche Telekom is working on a deal to acquire both Qwest Communications and US West, according to sources who are close to those negotiations. It was 4 years ago, almost to the day, that I broke the story, and if Joe was here, it's so nice not having him here because he'd be making fun of me for saying that. Yeah. But that I broke the story that MCI was going to be purchased by British Telecom.
There's really not a lot to say except it's just terribly sad.
When this building, the company's new headquarters, is completed, few believe the sign above its entrance will still include the letters AOL. Well, you're running the buyback.
I'm buying a stock buyback. We're buying a lot of stock.
But that's so short term. Do you think?
Why? No.
What do you mean why? Yes, is it 35, 36? Is it 37? What is it? Buy 3,000.
We're not buying the stock to drive it. We're buying it because it's so cheap.
The AIG is in talks with the Federal Reserve to receive a loan of at least $20 billion from the nation's central bank in order to avoid a possible bankruptcy filing later this week.
I think we're in for a rocky road for a while.
We're going to have a recession?
I think we're in a recession, but I would have said that to you 9 months ago, too.
Good job, David.
Thank you, Bill.
We'll get more details, I'm sure.
Okay.
And that was just one of the stories you broke today.
It was a good day.
It was a good day.
Right?
It happens a lot for you.
Wow. That was a long time ago.
You were saying that your first show on your first appearance on CNBC was with Bill.
Was with Bill Griffith, who, of course, is more than 20 years, and Neil Cavuto,
right,
who's been at Fox for many years, but was a cherished colleague at CNBC.
But it's also a 20-year period where not only did you build a network, CNBC, and other networks followed, but it was a period when business news became the heart of the nation's concerns, its celebrations through .com, through the boom time, through the financial crisis. You're the man, David.
I don't know about that, but I've been extraordinarily lucky. And these 20 years, as we often say, have gone by so quickly. You look back at some of that tape, and you can't imagine that that much time has passed. But being able to be a part of so many new things at CNBC as we have grown has been certainly something that I will always cherish, whether it was starting Squawk Box or starting, you saw the AOL, the documentaries. Walking down that street with Bernie Ebbers is something I'll never forget. When you were on set with Liz Clayman, I think, when I broke the Dow Jones News Corp.
I was just going to say, the tape, as long as that was, doesn't give us time to walk through every scoop you brought us. And I remember Dow Jones buying, or News Corp buying Dow Jones. And now, I mean, when you come to the desk, there is a bit of a buzz that goes through everybody on set saying, what has he got?
Well,
and that is your currency, David.
I appreciate that, and those are not easy to do, but certainly when I look back, it's all the colleagues that I've had, and people say that, but it's really true. Being a part of something larger than yourself, watching it grow. We report so often on business here, of course, so often. It's what we do, and yet we've been to be a part of something that has grown so dramatically from those early days when I first was here 20 years ago has been extraordinary.
What was the horse all about?
That was just a few years back at Kyle's Ranch. We're going down there in a couple of weeks. We're going to have some great guests from the Barefoot Ranch. But the producers stuck me on. I will not go back on the horse. Thankfully, though, I was able to stay on the horse when they asked me to do that.
It's a great look back, David, and congratulations to you as always.
It's a privilege sitting up here with you.
I appreciate everything. And thanks to, I've gotten so many emails from so many people. Thank you all if I don't get a chance to actually respond, and to all those tweets as well. Really, it warms my heart. It really does. And I am not a day older than I was when I first walked in.
Yes, indeed.
You're right.